Before starting the video, I will start by saying that I did not do any research on how to play this game, nor what it is or what it means. Everything that I will say in this video is from what I figured out, and I will show you my way of solving any Sudoku table. I'll start by saying that every single action you take on this must be tracked and well thought out, and at no point should you remove your concentration from the numbers if you want to complete Sudoku efficiently. It takes a lot of patience as well. For the first part, check the board and scan it. The way you visualize the board is horizontally, vertically, and per squares of 9. The rules are simple. You just can't have double numbers and rows like so. Here are some examples. The next step is to start off the game. I always like to check down the numbers from 1 to 9, so I can make sure that I have an easier time completing this. We can see there's a lot of frees here, and the way you spot the right square to put the free in is to check these lines. Clearly we can't put a free in these squares, so the only spots are here. The bottom right square can be completed with a free with no problem because these two lines have a free already, leaving the possibility of a free just being in these two slots. And since there's a free in this line, we can deduce that the free for this square is here. You do this for each number and can finally start the big part of the technique I'm presenting today. What I found the simplest thing to do is to put the potential numbers in each square. I go from 1 to 9, and what I like to do is to keep track of how many numbers I have, although that is not necessary. The way to do this process without getting confused is to identify the numbers in each square. We'll take one for this example. There are two number ones, so we will have many possibilities, but to not confuse yourself in these, we must identify in which squares are the numbers we want to complete the possibilities of. So for our 1, we have the middle square and the bottom square. The middle square acts upon the top, left, and right square, but not the bottom one since it already has one. And the areas that aren't blocked by my pencil can be marked with small ones. With this book covered by half centimeter squares, it's easy for me to put in the small numbers, so don't make the numbers too big. But for the 5th number, which is 5, there are 6 units of it that are all in the top of the board. Therefore the 3 bottom squares are the ones with the possibilities of a 5. For this part, you'll have to use more thinking, and this is where you can mess up if you don't concentrate. So concentrate, alright? We can see that some squares have one possibility and others are almost filled up. For those that have a single number like here, you can just make it bigger and delete the other possibilities of a 1 in the lines and in the square. Now the main way to do this process of deducting is by checking in the lines horizontally and vertically. To see which one is the odd one, we first look which numbers are there. So for the first row, we have 4, 6, and 8. But there are no possibilities we can remove because there is at least 2 of each number. I did not identify any deductible possibilities on the first try for the vertical rows, but that's fine because we have the horizontal rows. And see here, for the middle of the bottom right square area and the second to last horizontal row, we have this single 7. When you do checkups of the vertical and horizontal rows and the number per square, you might just find one single number. But the single number will lead to even more being shown, and eventually you complete the board. So basically with this 7, we can now clear the other possibilities of 7 in this square. Each time you're done removing possibilities like this, you go through the rows until you find a single number from it. And do this process again and again very carefully to finally come to a complete board. It becomes so easy at the end, but please take your time. And that's the whole point of this game of deduction. You check each line again and again to remove possibilities until you have a single one, and the single number will delete the other possibilities that are aligned with the single number. That's Sudoku, and it's a nice game I play in my spare time. But anyways, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe and be on the lookout for more tutorials that are coming your way. Bye.